everyone and happy Monday. I'm just popping the setting on my lamp slightly differently. There we go. I think that's a better one. We have a page from World of Flowers to do today. Well, start today. I've done this one for you before in a series of videos with one each for each of the sort of pencil plants, but we're going to do a little bit faster on this one rather than doing one video for each, or else we'll be here for a very long time. I have got my Arteza Expert pencils. I haven't used them for ages on a video for the planner, so I thought it might be nice for those of you that like these pencils, you can have a go. And I'm going to actually start doing the bit of wood on the pencils first, so we're not going to sort of zoom in too closely. I'm just going to come in like that, and I'm just going to have a look and choose. Now, we haven't got a lot of light browns in this set. This is the camel brown. I know it's really small, and I'm going to colour them with this. I'm just going to need to sharpen it. My goodness, it's going to disappear. So yes, the camel brown, and just a light layer. It's really sunny this morning, so I've had to close my blind. Now, I always think if you look at the brown on this pencil, the wood, it's always a bit too bright. There isn't really a pencil that's pale enough or that isn't yellowy enough to do sort of pencil wood in this set. I found that the only one that really works, there's a beige in Prismacolor, which is quite a good pencil colour, and I think in Holbein's there's a cork or something like that, which is quite good. Yeah, I haven't got all the Holbeins, just a handful, so I don't tend to use those in videos. I've got the 12 set of pastels and a few odd other ones that I bought open stock. They are expensive. I do like them, but I'm not sure I can justify that cost when I feel that there are other pencils that are really lovely too, sort of thing. So I haven't sort of put them on my wish list or thought about buying them really. I also felt a bit burned when I bought the 12 pencils. I had to pay a huge import duty and postage, and that cost me more than the actual pencils. There is a shop local to me now that sells them, so I sort of know exactly what I'm paying, because I felt like I felt a little bit miffed that I had, you know, had to pay so much without realising that I'd have to pay the import duty. So, you know, I'm sure you can understand I was a bit, it sort of stings still. But anyway, I am going to colour each of the pencils the same. I don't know why, it's just how I decided to do it. In previous ones I've done them all different colours to match the flowers. Today I'm going to do them in green to look like stems. So this is the lime green, and I'm going to use that on all of them first, just a light layer. So if you're colouring along, don't press too hard with this. It is just our sort of initial light layer. It's light, isn't it? Very bright. And then I'll use some other colours, but I decided I'm going to do these all the same, but the stem of the actual flower I will use different combinations of greens. I think I haven't completely decided what I'm doing. I'm just having fun and colouring away and nattering and hoping that it's all going to work. Like most of my videos really. I'm just trying to, this gets quite thick at the bottom, doesn't it? There we go. I was trying to not colour out the lines on that one. It's quite confusing when you get down here. You're not quite sure what you're doing. Anyway, I'm sure I can manage. So I hope everyone's going to have a great week. I've got a bit behind in my videos. I knew I would while husband was off work, and Bath from work hasn't actually started. It's been delayed. Our plumber basically decided he didn't want to do it. It's okay. You know, happens. So we've had to get a few other people in doing quotes, so that's meant I've had to do a bit of phoning around and chatting to people and having people in and things like that, so that's taken up time because it cuts into my tennis watching time. Fortunately ish, it's raining at Wimbledon today, so there's no matches yet, so I thought I would come in and do a little bit of recording before lunch, and then the match I really want to see is this afternoon. It's on, see, 2 of the courts have got roofs over, covers over, so you can play in the rain, so one of them is going to be there. The one I want to watch is there. So we had a huge power cut yesterday. We'd had overnight that night, we'd had huge storms, thunder, rain, everything. Had a power cut when it was sunny, and apparently about 800 houses in our area went out, and it was during the England football match. Can you imagine? So we were just right at the beginning, and it suddenly goes out. But I managed to we managed to rig up a radio so we could listen to it, and the power came back on just as the first goal was scored in the match, which was rather good timing. I've just heard my washing machine beeping. I'm going to go and sort that out and I'll come back. It looks really yellow. I'm going to add other greens to it, it'll be fine, but I'll be back in a bit. Right, that is the washing sorted. I'm sure you're really excited to know that I've done that. Now let's get some another green. I am going to find the forest green. I think it's 614. I think, yeah, oh, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use the sage green. What's that look like? No. Basil. Let's do the basil. My forest green is too short. That's why I've chosen the basil. And what I'm going to do is go along each edge like this. I know it's quite a different shade of green to the yellowy green. I didn't realise it would be quite so yellow. So down the edge like that, and then this side too. Like that. And then sort of bring it in a bit. I'm scumbling the edge to just sort of try and bring in the colour towards the centre and sort of gently fading it as I go. Like this. And keep going. I'm going to put it right pretty much all the way towards the centre of our pencil. And hopefully it might give the impression that our pencil is slightly rounded. I need a bit. And a bit greener. Like that. There we go. Anyway, I was talking about the storm. So, yeah, we had the thunderstorm in the night. Yeah, the football. So, it was... we've actually got an electrical substation in our street, and we saw the van come out to it. It took quite a long time to get it sorted out. But, yeah, and the football, it came back on just before the first goal was scored. So that was always good. And England won. So yeah, this is England would have played another match by the time this video goes out, so I don't know if they're going to win the next one. You never know, do you? I always think there's a little bit of luck. We had a penalty shootout in this particular match, and I felt that our team was really confident in that, but which is great, and they'll carry that across. But of course it might not get that far in the next match, we don't know. But I feel like the team been improving through the competition, which I suppose is what you need to do. Maybe, I don't know, you probably, it's not like tennis. In tennis, you know, I watch tennis all the time, you sort of you improve as you go through. So, you know, it seems to happen, and you play harder. Usually the top players play harder contestants as they go through. The less good players maybe don't, because of the way the seeding works. But anyway, I managed to, of course I couldn't see the tennis either with the power cut, but I'd watched 2 Brits get knocked out. So I was like, oh, and the match I wanted to watch got cancelled anyway because the player pulled out. So I was like, oh, okay. But there's a good match today that I'm looking forward to. But it's much later on. So I thought I'd come and do a little bit of this first. and I'm being very productive today, which is good. I woke up knowing I had loads to do. I'd sent myself a little message as I went off to sleep last night, not telepathically. I did get my tablet out and send it to myself, reminding myself of a few jobs that I needed to do today on top of the other ones that I knew I had to do anyway, because it's on a Sunday, which it is today. I always do all my cleaning, loads of washing and things like that, so I knew that I had to do that, but there were a few worky things that I needed to do, update my website and things like that. I've done all of those jobs already, not all of the washing. It's, you know, you can't do it all at once because it's got several loads, but it's getting there. And I've done the cleaning with the boys to help me, so that was great, ironing and everything else, so got really on top of everything really quickly, and I was hoping I'd have time to make a few videos, and I have, so that's great. So if you don't want to do these all in green, they do look lovely in different colours, and what I will try and remember to do is to give you a link or a selection of links in the description of this video to my other ones where the pencil is the same colour as the flower. So if you want to do them a bit more colourful, you can follow that video instead. I just felt like I needed to do it in a different way just because I've done it that way before. What I've also got to try and do is remember what colour I did all the flowers and not do them the same colour. Because but I reckon, you know, I'm looking at them thinking, I remember that one was orange, that one was purple, that first one was probably red. Yeah, so I'm going to try to remember and do them in different colours, but I may not succeed, especially ones like this one, you can't see it, which looks like an iris, and I always do irises in purple, but we'll try and do something different. But of course I probably didn't use this pencil set, so that would be mean I'd be a bit different anyway. So, I did want to say thank you to everybody who bought the Castle Arts Harmonious pencils using my link, my affiliate link, because if you were a first-time Castle buyer, you would have got a discount, which is great. But also I got some commission, so I did really well. Lots of people bought through my link, and I've got lots of commission. You know, but I don't know how long it'll take them to send it to me, you know, but a lot more than I normally get from Castle, because I think most people buy their Castle products through Amazon. Also some news about that, actually, Amazon. For those of you who are waiting for them to come on to Amazon, I messaged Castle yesterday, and they said they were coming on to Amazon on the 27th. Now, I don't know whether that's just US, just UK, whether that date is set in stone, but that is just what they said to me. So anyone who's sort of hanging out for Amazon, maybe because Castle don't deliver to you, but Amazon does, or whatever it might, or maybe you've got a gift card for Amazon you want to spend or whatever. I will share the affiliate links as soon as I find them. Obviously, because, you know, I'm an Amazon affiliate, it's nice to get a little bit, but and also obviously let you know they're available. And with affiliate links, you never pay more. It just allows the person who provides a link to get a bit of commission. Now, Amazon commission is far less than Castle commission. I think it's 5%, so it's been rather nice. But Amazon commission, I think it's only 1, maybe up to 3, depends on the items. It's a lot less, but it's still better than nothing. And with Amazon, if you follow my affiliate link and then don't buy the item that you followed it from, but buy something else, I still get a bit of commission on the other thing. Castle's the same, I think. I think I get the same commission on my buy though, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm a member of so many different ones that they're all work slightly differently, but it's all a little way to get a little bit of extra money just to help sort of pay for the cost of the channel, and means that I don't have to, you know, go and get another job So it's all been rather nice, and it's all down to you, so thank you to all of you that have done that. Obviously you've not all bought the pencils, and that's absolutely fair. Someone said to me, I don't like the colours. Of course, no, you know, not everyone is going to, because they're a bit muted, and they're quite samey. There's no brights, so if you're a big fan of yellows and oranges and reds, then they're not going to be for you at all. You know, and that's absolutely fair. But I am planning to do a tutorial using them. Actually, it might go out before this one, to be honest, because I've got a bit of a gap. But yeah, I've been trying to catch up really with videos. So I've done this one because I know it has to be done. Right, so there are the pencils. I've kept them quite rough. I'm quite fancying doing a really hard edge. I'm just looking. I'm going to use the jade green. It's really quite dark, or almost bluish in its colour. What I'm going to do is sharpen this one again. Say again, like I did the others. I can start on this end this time, and just try and put a bit along the edge here. And what I'm hoping to achieve from this is to not only exaggerate the three-dimensional look that I've been trying to achieve with these two different colours, anyway, with the other two greens, because this is almost it's so dark it might hide the black line, and also it will make sure I've coloured right to the edge, because I don't always manage to achieve that. My eyes aren't being particularly happy today. They're better than they sometimes are, but I'm just hoping it's working. I'm going to look in the camera in a minute and see what it looks like. I've gone out of the lines there. Yeah, I think it improves it comparing that to that, but it's up to you. You can skip this step if you haven't got a steady hand, or you don't think it's necessary, or you haven't got the patience or whatever. Yeah, it's up to you. It's just a little additional thing. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a end of cold thing going on. It's most annoying. My husband said he couldn't sleep very well last night, and he said he could hear that I was struggling to breathe, which must have been a bit scary for him. But I did wake up this morning with a bit of a sore chest, but I've taken something and I feel fine now. It's just my usual silly swollen nose thing that I get. So yeah, I took something for it this morning. I sort of just self-medicate when I need to, as the doctor has suggested. It's not just, yeah. So that's all good. I just think myself lucky that it's something that I can treat and it's not too expensive. So that's good. I've been following the news with our having, you know, now we've got a new Prime Minister, see what changes are happening in the country. He has actually appointed a couple of interesting people into his cabinet, I guess it is. A guy who's a business owner who actually employs lots of ex-convicts from prisons. He actually trains them in prisons to work in his shops and then employs them. And the new government has taken him on to help them with prison reform, you know, to try and help people, stop people reoffending. I think part of the problem with when people come out of prison is if they haven't got a job, say they've been stealing stuff, then what are they going to do? How are they going to afford to live? I've heard this thing as well, that if prisoners are released on a Friday late, it's very difficult to find accommodation on a Friday if they haven't found it for them. So, or to get any money, you know, or anything. And so they've got the whole weekend when they're just in limbo, effectively. I mean, obviously some people have families to go back to, but not everybody. And so that can be a problem. So hopefully he's going to have an understanding of that, having worked in prisons and things. And if he can work to help prisoners get jobs when they get out. I mean, obviously not all prisoners, you know, not the sort of high risk ones. That's much more difficult, and to try and get them released a little bit early as well. Ones that are showing signs that they're happy to come out and get a job and settle down, you know. So I'm all very much for that. You know, I do think we need to be strict with people, and but if people are showing remorse and want to turn good, then we need to help them. So that's all very interesting. So hopefully that could be a successful policy, but obviously time will tell. Now what I'm going to do with these pencils now is use the lime green again that I used right at the beginning, and I'm just going to put another layer on top because I feel like it needs brightening, and I'm going to put quite a hard layer down, just sort of brightening and blending and things. And if you look, you can see this just perks it up a bit. So I'm going to do that again. You might think it's not necessary, but I actually rather like the fact that it goes nice and yellowy, and I am pressing really hard. Now if you're doing this in your World of Flowers book, be careful. Well, even in your planner. I just know that the planner can cope with a little bit of penciling, and I'm okay with it, but you know, these pencils are quite soft, and this one's really blunt, so it's not going to damage the paper. If you've got a really sharp pencil, then you need to try not to press too hard, or else you could end up poking a hole in the paper. I've never heard of anyone doing that in a Johanna book, but some books are much thinner. You have to be a little bit more careful with the paper. But we'll just work through these. My aim is, let me see, how long have I been going? Yeah. My aim is to try and do a few flowers as well today, so we can add a bit of colour to this page because it's a little bit green. It's not, you know, I think floral should be colourful, but we're just getting this basic done. And we've got a butterfly as well, actually. We could do the butterfly. I don't know. No, I think I might leave the butterfly till last, because I might feel like I want it to tie everything together, or I might need to use a colour that I haven't used much of, or something like that. When you're at the bottom of the page, can you see I'm just moving in one direction? If you try and go back that way, you scuff the paper up. And he's also taken on a person to help with sort of health and science and things. Let's see what they're, who's quite got a lot of experience. So we'll see what happens there. I'm trying to be optimistic. You know, it's always difficult when you've got someone new in a new government, because you just don't know what to expect, you know. But it's I don't like change, so I feel a bit sort of, I often get a bit worried and not stressed, but you know, what's going to happen, unsure, I suppose. Right, let's do this flower here. But you know, as I say, trying to stay positive, and we'll see what happens. I think I'll come in closer and do the actual flower at the top. We're doing this one. I know that I tend to do this one red normally, so I think I will avoid that completely. Oh, excuse me, and go purple. I'm going to use the lilac first. Oh, I've got hiccups. Luckily silent hiccups. Lilac. And I'm just going to do all of it in this, in an evenish medium pressure, I suppose. There we go. And then I'm going to get a darker purple. Yeah. Well, I'm going to use the purple iris. It's actually a slightly different shade of purple. Put in some shadow, because look, along here where they overlap, whoops, there'd be some shadow in here. Let's try and work it in there and here, like that. Now I'm going to go back to my lilac and go over this edge bit so it's filled in a bit more solid. And this one I think I'm going to go over with a lighter colour. I'm going to grab this really light pink macaron and just burnish this with the lighter colour. That is a little bit too light. Now I'll put the lilac on top just to make it a little bit darker. Well, that's, yeah. There we go. And then we can see that these are the same colour, basically, but, you know, different shades. Well, I'm quite happy with how that's worked. I am going to come out a bit again though, because for the stem, I need to see all of it. There we go. Excuse me. Now I am going to start my stem, I think, with this. This is the spring green. Again, it's a bit sharpened a bit too much. I'm just going to brush off that. These pencils are quite soft, so they leave quite a bit of little bits behind. So yeah, I'm going to sharpen this a bit more. Now, when you've got your sharp bit, do your stem work while you've got it nice and sharp. I'm sure you do this anyway, but you know, if you've just sharpened your pencil, do the fine details before it gets blunt again, or I shall be forever sharpening it. There we go. And then I'm going to go over each leaf just in a sort of medium pressure. I can hear a plane. It's really loud. It's oddly sunny today. I know that sounds weird because it's July, but we've had so much cloud and rain yesterday, and it's been quite cold, so it's sort of almost unexpectedly sunny. I haven't been looking at the weather forecast, to be honest. I've got no idea what we're forecast. Hopefully not too hot. There we go. Now we're going to get a darker green. What should we get? I'm just looking at my swatch chart. Spring green, we could go basil. We'd use that. Emerald's a bit dark. I think I'm going to go mint green if I can find it. What colour is it? What number is it? 606. There it is. They're all sharp and a bit short, so I can't see the name. Now this isn't really loads darker, so I'm going to see how it works. And what I want to do is go along the edge of this stem bit. It's not vein? I don't know. And then just fade out towards the edge. Now, I think that's just about showing up. Yeah. And I'm going to do a little bit on each side of here, and then just do the same on each of the leaves. And then I think I'll probably make that do. I'll have a look. Excuse me. I think I'm going to actually use the spring green to just blend it in a bit more on the edges. Here's something our new local MP has been talking about, is improving buses, improving our hospitals, and improving dentistry. So we'll see what happens. He's a GP and you know, a doctor, so he thinks he knows lots and lots about how to do this. So we'll see, because it's very different when you're in the job doing it than when you're advising from a, you know, different position. Right, the fern green is really dark. I'm going to sharpen it, and I'm going to put just a little tiny tad along here. Wanting to show up. Maybe this isn't really that, it's not really that dark. I think I'm going to choose a different colour. The jade green is the really dark one. What number is that? 619. Trying to find it. Did I use it already? Yeah, I used it already. Okay, I'm going to use it again. Oh, I used it for the pencils, didn't I? So back to our jade green. And we're going to put a little shadow line either side of this vein. The pencil's crumbling away. The soft pencils will. Like that. Now you might not think it's making a significant difference. I think it is. But that's it. That's all we're going to do on that one. There we go. So I shall come out. I'm going to finish there for today because I think I've done quite a lot. Actually, because I stopped the video, I can't quite work out how much time I've done. But there we go, there is our picture so far. So obviously I'll be back tomorrow with the next instalment. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but we should just have fun and make it very colourful, I hope. But thank you for watching today. I hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.